Hi, Peter Mary here, the fun wedding guy. And today, we're just going to take it casual. You might notice I'm kicking back just wearing a t-shirt today, and that's because every now and then I like to take a day off and just relax. And a lot of times we tend to think about planning a wedding reception, and we tend to focus on too many of the formalities instead of who we really are as a bride and groom. And if there's one thing I'd like to encourage the brides and grooms who are watching this today, and also the wedding entertainers, as I go through the next series of episodes talking about developing your personal style, I'd like to encourage you to remember that this is your celebration. You should make it whatever you want it to be, and you should be comfortable in your own skin at your wedding. And if you make the different moments in your ceremony and your reception a reflection of who you are, your friends are going to love it more because it feels natural, it feels like you, it doesn't feel like something stiff or faked, but it feels like a reflection of your personality and even your sense of humor. I had a friend recently the other day who emailed me a collection of photos from a wedding. And it was a wedding that was done somewhere in the South where they like hunting and they like fishing bass and they like going out on those flat boats and wearing all kinds of camouflage. And when you know it, the bride and groom and the entire wedding party were all wearing camouflage outfits. That's right. They looked like they were getting ready to go out in the wild and go hunt something right after they finished with the wedding. And the person who sent it to me was kind of poking fun at them. Look at them, they're dressed up in camouflage. Probably called them rednecks or something. But the reality was, that was who they were. And you could tell from the pictures that their friends were loving every minute of it because they recognized that that's who the two of them were. They were into those kinds of things. I had a couple once who both, as a hobby, would race a NASCAR. And they would spend their time getting the car souped up and getting it ready for the track, and then they'd go to the track and race together, and when they got married, they became a racing husband and wife team. And so when it was time for their ceremony to begin, and all the bridesmaids had come forward, we're still waiting on the groomsmen, and all of a sudden, we played the song by Cake called Going the Distance, which has a car rumbling at the beginning. People looked up because they weren't expecting a song quite like that at that moment, and all of a sudden they heard a very loud rumbling sound, and here comes a NASCAR coming from behind where the ceremony is going to take place, and all the groomsmen are piled all over the hood. And it pulled up, and all the groomsmen jumped off, and then they shut down the engine and rolled it away, and the bride and groom had their ceremony. And that fit who they were. Maybe you as a couple are sci-fi geeks. I know I am. People made fun of me because I took a week off and camped out for Star Wars Episode 3. Hey, some people go camping in the mountains. I camped out to watch Star Wars Episode 3. That's me. I didn't dress in a costume, though, because then I could point at that group over there and go, now those people are weird. But what if you're one of those kind of couples who does like going to a Star Trek convention, or maybe you do like to camp out for something like Star Wars? Have you ever thought about maybe having a saber arch at the end of your ceremony and all of the groomsmen pop out light-up lightsabers? It'd be pretty funny, especially if you played the right music from Star Wars. Once again, if that's something that your friends know about you, why not incorporate that into your celebration? So in the next couple of days, we're going to talk about a variety of ways that you can just be yourself. Let your personality shine through. Be casual, kick back, make it fun, and make it a reflection of who you are. Now, on a side note, I've got a cool little bit of news I got to share with my viewers today. My wife and I went on Amazon.com to check out the status of our book because we've been running out of the copies of the original first printing that was self-published, and we actually just sent off a few copies today, and we're pretty much going to be out of books in the very near future here. And our publisher is getting ready to get the new books out there, so we thought we'd just see what the status was. And wouldn't you know it, when you go to Amazon.com and type in the best wedding reception ever, you're going to see 2 listings now. And the second one doesn't have a cover showing yet. And it says hardback release September 20th of this year. I don't know if that date's official yet. I got to call my publisher tomorrow and find out. But I got to tell you, as you can see, it put a big grin on my face. So the new book is on its way, and we'll be giving you some more little tidbits from the book. And as soon as I've got permission, I'll be showing you what the cover looks like. We're finalizing that artwork right now. And when I can show you a sneak peek of the inside, I'll be sharing that with you as well. But keep coming back the rest of this week as we're going to spend more time talking about how to let your personality shine through in your reception and even your ceremony so that when your guests leave, they're going to say, you know what, that was a lot of fun. That matched who they were. I'm going to share some tidbits and stories with you and some ideas that hopefully will get you thinking about how you can make your own personality a focal point of your celebration. Because after all, it is your wedding. My name's Peter Mary. Thanks for watching The Fun Wedding Guy.